Alright, folks, we are back for another edition of Game Show Marathon, and this is episode number 6 that we've got for you this evening. And our jackpot going into this game is $305,412. And we have one spot in the semifinals locked up already, but who's going to take the second one? We'll find out right now as we play tonight's game in our Game Show Marathon, the popular game of high-lows. It is Card Sharks.
Aces are high, deuces are low. Play your cards right and win the dough on Card Sharks. And now, here's your host, Ricky Lake.
Thank you. Welcome to Card Sharks. It should be a great night. Now let's get to the cards. Ladies, if you will, steal the cards, please. We are starting our match with these two Card Sharks.
Alrighty. And of course, our two contestants tonight who are battling for the last spot in the finals are Corey Lawrence and Will Medina. Corey, welcome to Card Sharks.
Thank you.
Alright, you made it this
Go Corey.
You made it this far in the Game Show Marathon. Do you feel confident that you'll win tonight?
Who knows? Anything can happen.
That is true. You'll have to get past a pretty good opponent though in order to do that, and his name is Will Medina.
Man, you better tell me first to do my Starbucks, man. He's
Yeah.
gonna mess up my order. I'm gonna beat his ass. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, Will, again, congratulations on making it this far, and hopefully you or Corey can advance to the finals. Personally, I would love to see both of you advance, but unfortunately, only one of you can, so we'll see who gets the last spot.
Only one otaku can win this match. That's Corey.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless, we'll see what happens. We wish you the best of luck. We, of course, play a best 2 out of 3 match here on Card Sharks. And since this is Game Show Marathon, we're upping the stakes a little bit. You get $1,000 for each game you win in the match. And of course, if you run the table without freezing, you get another $1,000. And you also get $1,000 if you answer a survey question exactly right. So, best of luck to both of you. And here we go with our first game, with our first round in this match of Card Sharks on Game Show Marathon. Corey, we're going to start with you here. We surveyed 100 women with this question. Does your husband get a little too close to you in bed? How many have said that their husband gets a little too close to them in bed?
Unless they're like literally pissed off with their husband, I don't see how that could actually be a factor. I'm probably only going to say that's about 28.
All right, Corey says 28. And Will, do you think it's higher or lower than 28?
Does it come with before or after the alimony? And after all the beats in the bedroom? I don't know these things nowadays, but I think it's slightly higher because there's anger when it comes to something higher.
All right, Will thinks it's higher. The actual number of women who said their husband gets a little too close to them in bed is 56 of them. It is higher. All right, and Will, you're starting off game 1 with a jack.
Let's go lower.
Gonna go lower than the jack. A 10.
Lower.
Lower than the 10. A 7.
We gonna freeze like a cherry ice.
All right. Foregoing the bonus, but you do keep Corey away from his cards. And Will, this next question is for you, sir. We surveyed 100 video game fans, and we asked them, what's your favorite Nintendo game series? How many of them said Super Smash Bros?
Oh God, how many people lose money in tournaments fighting this game? But I say about a good 45. Wilson says. I'll say 45.
45 of them. Corey, is the answer higher or lower than 45?
I'd say it's lower.
He thinks it's lower. The actual number of video game fans who said their favorite Nintendo game series is Smash Bros. Is 65. It is, in fact, higher, and Will gets the option to play or change.
You can tell that go away. I'm gonna change.
Can we improve on that? Well, you've got a 10.
Oh, yeah, it's lower.
No, it's a queen. We'll fill in that gap. And Corey, you have a king.
Lower, please.
No, another king. Ooh, some tough ones coming up there. And Corey, the next question is for you. We surveyed 100 people. Have you ever lost power during a thunderstorm? How many of them said yes, they've lost power during a thunderstorm?
It happens all too often. Let's say 43.
43 of them. Will, higher or lower than 43?
I'm gonna say a little lower.
Does it say lower? The actual number of people who said they've lost power during a thunderstorm is 78 of them. It's higher. And Corey, you've got yourself a king.
Lower.
Gonna go lower than the king. An 8.
Oh, phew. Lower.
Risking it and going lower than the 8, a 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3, an 8.
Freeze.
Not going to take any chances this time. He's going to freeze right there, putting himself one card away. And now we're in sudden death. Someone has to win on this next play of the cards. And Will, your question is for you. We surveyed 100... This next question is for you, Will. We surveyed 100 men who are bodybuilders. We asked them, do you find muscular women sexy? How many of them said that they find muscular women sexy?
Is this before or after the Slim Fast effect? That's what I want to know. That's the fuck in my ear. But I'm gonna go ahead and say about a good 37.
77, he says.
37.
Oh, 37, he says. All right. 37. Corey, higher or lower than 37?
And that's higher, I'm saying.
He says it's higher, and the actual number is 42 of them. It is higher. All right. Now, Corey, you can keep control, or you can pass it down to Will. You also have the option to change the 8.
I'm going to keep control and change it.
Going to keep control, and he's changing that 8. It's a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. It's a... No! It's another 6, and Will has the first $1,000 of tonight's match on Card Sharks, and Will is one step closer to advancing to the finals. Corey, you know what you have to do here, and let's go to our second round, shall we? All right. Corey, this question's for you. We surveyed 100 unmarried couples living together, specifically the women, and we asked them, do you ever feel guilty about living out of wedlock? How many of them said yes, they feel guilty about living out of wedlock?
Feeling guilty working out of wedlock?
Living out of wedlock.
Living out of wedlock. Oh god, I don't think there's going to be a lot that's going to feel that way. I'll say about
I can
25.
read.
25. Will, higher or lower than 25?
Oh god. Repeat the question again, Mark. Sorry, I was bugged.
Okay, 100 unmarried couples living together, the women in this case. Do you feel guilty about living out of wedlock? And Corey says 25.
Okay, see, this is what's wrong with marriages nowadays. Either they don't last, they take your money, or your checkbook's frozen. But I'm gonna say it's higher because we got some bad women in this world. So I'm going
Gonna say it's higher. And the actual number is 24 of them! Ah, Corey, very close to an exact answer bonus, but you have the ability to change your 6 if you want to do that.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Alright. It's a king.
Lower.
Lower than the king, a 10.
Lower.
An 8.
Freeze it.
Freezing on that 8. And we are going to go to Will for this next question. We surveyed 100 married men, Will. We asked them, when you first met your wife, were you already in love with another woman first? How many of them said that they were already in love with another woman first?
Is that before or after the tab at McDonald's for the half meal? So that's what I want to know. Cheap dates are a bitch nowadays. I'm gonna say 52.
52, he says.
Yep.
There we go. Corey, higher or lower than 52?
I'm going to say that's lower.
He says it's lower than 52. The actual number Yeah, the actual number of married men who said they were already in love with another woman when they first met their wife is 17. Alright. Corey, you're 2 cards away. You have an 8. Play it or change it.
Change it, please.
Gonna change the 8. It is now a jack.
Lower.
A 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6? No, a 3.
Oh, V17.
Very close to tying up the game. And Will, you have a 4.
Higher.
No, it's a 2. So we will fill in those spaces. And we go to Corey for this next one. We surveyed 100 window washers. Are the windows in your home dirty? How many of them said yes, they have dirty windows at home?
I'm going to say about 38.
38. Will, higher or lower?
People cleaning windows. Anyway, higher.
Yeah, higher than 38, he says. The actual number of window washers who says that they have dirty windows at home is 49 of them. Alright. And you have a 4 there, Mr. Medina.
Salty ass 4. Higher.
Higher than the 4? Oh, there we go. Higher than the 4. No, it's a double. And Corey, you've got the jack.
Lower.
A 3.
Higher.
To tie up the game, a 7. Alright, so now Corey and Will both have $1,000. We're going to go to our tiebreaker right now. 3 cards apiece, and of course 3 questions max in this tiebreaker, and the first one of those is for Will. Now, Will, we surveyed 100 bachelors on this one. Would you marry a woman if you knew she couldn't have children? How many of them said that they would still marry even if they knew that she couldn't have children?
Oh, the love can be blind, but there's love everywhere. I'll say 41.
41. Alright, Corey, higher or lower than 41?
I think it's lower.
He says it's lower. Actual number of bachelors who said they would still marry a woman even if they knew she couldn't have children is 82 of them.
More than double. Wow.
Well, it's exactly double. And Will, you have a 4.
Okay, that 4 is on my nerves. Jesus Christ. Higher.
Gonna go higher than the 4. A 5.
Higher.
It's a 7! And Will has $1,000 for winning that round. He also gets $1,000 for running the table in the tiebreaker. That's $3,000. Corey, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you here in this game show marathon, but did you have fun with us?
Yes.
Alright. Well, glad you had a great time. And Will, we are going to get you over to the money cards here. And since this is Game Show Marathon, we're going to play it for a nice amount of money. Will,
Yo.
you are going to play the money cards for $1.6 million.
Let's get to it.
Go ahead, let's do it.
That's a lot of money that Will's playing for, and I need you to give me a number between 1 and 52 to cut your deck for the money cards.
Okay, well, I'm ready, let's do this.
Alright, just give me a number here, please.
Oh, sorry, 20.
20. Alright, well, you know how the money cards works. And of course, you have to risk at least half your money in the big bet. $10,000 to start off with here. Yeah, we're talking some serious bucks here, Will. You have an 8 to start off with, but you don't have to play it. You can change it with one of your spare cards.
Change with number 3.
Gonna change with number 3, and that 8 is now a king.
All of it lower.
All $10,000 lower. A 10, you have $20,000.
All of it lower.
Everything lower than the 10. No, it's a jack. But we're going to put that up to the next row, and you got your 20,000 right back. You have 4 cards to go.
Alright. Let's go all a bit lower.
Everything lower than the jack. A 7, and you have $40,000.
Nope. Sorry, what was the card mark?
You have a 7.
7? Change with number 1.
Number 1. And the 7 is now... Oh, it's another 7. You have to play this one.
Jesus Christ. Let's go. 2,000 higher.
Alright, $2,000 higher than the 7. It's a 9. You have $42,000 now. $4,000. Lower than the 9. It's a push. Alright, we'll move that up to the big bet. And you have $42,000. You have to risk at least $21,000. You still have 1 spare card left.
Let's change it.
Alright, gonna use that last spare card, and your 9 is now a 5.
All higher. Go big, go home.
$84,000 coming your way. If this card is higher, no! Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I am sorry. So you, after all of that, you wind up with only the $3,000 from the game. Oh. Well, I wish that could have ended better for you, Will, but you do get to advance to the finals. So that means $4,000 more goes into our jackpot, and that means that on our final episode of this season's Game Show Marathon, Will and Jason will battle it out for a total of $309,412 in the Family Feud. It should be exciting, folks, and we hope to see you for that next time.